Cars. Who wouldn't have passion, at least to look at them? Passion. I love working with people that have passion. And if you are not familiar with this show, watch closely, because my guest of today is another perfect example how to enjoy life when you have a passion. After the break. Bye-bye. Where are the keys?
The MIA show is sponsored by the following people.
In about 1 month ago, I interviewed the radio legend Red Robinson. Very interesting and wise man. I learned a lot from him. And this statement I would like to bring to our attention because it goes with today's topic. He said, our generation loved cars. Each model had its own distinct look, unlike today's wind tunnel cars. I don't know if you agree with it or not. I would like to ask my guest, a car builder, artistic auto mechanic, mechanical artist. I don't know how to actually put the title together for him. One of a kind, Dwayne Kremyr. So we are standing in an unusual environment for the MIA show. We are in a shop, in Dwayne's shop. He invited us today. We were supposed to be outside, but the weather didn't work with us. But that's still great because your garage is big and I can see a lot of cars we're going to see later on. My question would be, number one, are you a car builder? Like I said, you building cars from scratch, or are you remodeling, you renewing?
Actually, we do a little bit of all of them. Mm-hmm. Some of the cars here we build from scratch, some of them partial builds, some of them restorations, remodeling them, changing them, and then we build race cars, drag racing right from scratch, and also do road race cars and street rods. Pretty much do a little bit of everything. I've been in the industry for over 40 years, yeah. And I've been in just about every aspect of the automotive industry, hot rodding, road racing, drag racing. So yeah. I've been involved with pretty much all the aspects of the sport. So
you were not there when I was introducing the show, sitting in one of your cars, and I was talking about passion, you know, passion and hobby and job. Like, there's so many, there's some fine line, you know. Some people have job, some people have passion, and some people can blend it together. So is this to you more than a job?
Oh, absolutely. It would have to be, or I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, isn't it great to have, you know, if you can blend it, if it can become a one?
Yes, it started out as a hobby when I was younger. I started racing when I was 19 years old, and I turned my racing into a job because that's what I wanted to do, and it's just carried on for the last 40 plus years. Mm-hmm. And yeah, no, it's just a passion for sure. If it isn't a passion, you wouldn't do it for very long, because there are so many roadblocks.
You have to love what you do.
Well, you run into so many roadblocks, and every day something else mm-hmm. comes up when you're working on a project that is a challenge, and if you're not up to it, you just walk away.
Yeah.
So it has to be a passion.
Yeah, I mentioned Red Robinson in my introduction. There are a couple of things I want to ask. Like one thing he said when I interviewed him was very interesting when he said that he never worked one day in his life. And he explained, and he said because it was all what he's been doing is a passion for him. He said it's not a work for him. Can you say the same thing?
No, I've had to work because I had jobs.
Why are you frowning?
Because I had jobs. I've driven a truck. I worked in a helicopter repair shop for 10 years, and then I went to the airlines for 13 years. All the time, I was still building cars as a sideline just for something to do. Yeah. So, yeah, I've had real jobs.
Okay, but for most of your life, you've been doing what you're doing, right? You do right now. And like, again, Red Robinson mentioned something about the cars of his era. I know that you were born much later than him, but do you agree with the statement, what he made about
absolutely, yes.
The cars before and now?
I don't think I'm that much younger than Red Robinson. I actually owned a car that was his uncle's.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was my race car, my first race car, 1957 Thunderbird.
Okay.
That belonged to Red Robinson's uncle.
You agree with the statement, what he mentioned, that about the generation of his own, that how they approach their cars, how they love the cars.
Yes, yeah. Well, I guess when cars first existed, it became a passion.
It was new.
Yes. And I guess that passion's gone. I don't know, because they're not new anymore.
They're not new anymore.
Yeah.
When you go from horses to cars, you know, it's a huge difference, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So,
and that passion lasted for about 70 years.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Yeah. So, okay, so the interesting thing I'd like to see the cars before and after, before, then and now. I can look at your garage and I can tell that you are not dealing with cars of today's era. You go again back, and we have them behind us. So can we take a closer look? Okay, so we're standing in front of the car. What caught my eyes right from beginning. I just wanted to know, is this your project? Did you build this from scratch?
Yes, we built this right from the ground up. The chassis is my own design. I designed it, and
when you say we, is anybody else working here with you?
I've had or been lucky, I guess, to have some good people work with me over the years that I've trained, and some that had some skills when they came here. But yeah, no, I don't work alone.
But the creation, the ideas.
Well, yeah, no.
They're mainly yours, right?
Yeah, actually, the owner of this car always wanted one of these cars. And it's a 64 Daytona Coupe, and this is a replica of it.
That really told me a lot.
Yes. Okay. Well, they only built 6 of them.
Oh.
One of these original would go for $11 million. So people don't just go out and buy one of those and drive them around. So we built one. And so, yeah, so that's what this is.
Can you introduce me to the car? Like, I'm just wondering if you can open the hood, and then you'll see how much I understand cars.
Yep, no problem. But you won't, you don't have to understand cars. This is a piece of art.
I can tell right from, I'll tell you how much I understand cars. I look at the car and I see this is a beautiful car, and that's all my understanding.
Yeah, well, we can open the hood. I'll show you.
Well, why don't you just open it? Doesn't it go from there?
You can just lift it up here.
Oh, it's go from the other side.
And I'll go around the other side and open it.
Why would you build car with opening hood this way?
That's the way they were originally.
What am I doing?
Okay, just lift it up.
Look at the clean one. No, this is I've never seen.
No, you won't ever see that on any other car either.
I'm going to figure out what I can do on the bottom of my hood in my car, but I don't think... Do you paint all these things here? There's a paint coming from here?
I have a body shop that does unbelievable work. This car actually won an award in 2008 at the SEMA show in Las Vegas.
This particular one?
This car.
Yeah.
From Mother's Wax and Polish. We came third out of 2,300 cars, I think it was.
Wow.
So the paint job
It's a nice reward.
Yeah, the paint job on it was very good. And the rest of the car goes with it, I guess, but yeah.
So when you said 2008, when did you build this car? When you started to build the car?
2006.
And you finished?
It finished it in 2008, just before the SEMA show in Vegas.
How long does it take to build car from scratch, right from the beginning?
About 2 years.
Yeah.
When you do from scratch everything. Yeah. It's not the only project that we work on at a time, though, so that kind of takes it takes a little bit longer, because it's not the only car that I'm working on at one time.
Of course, yes. So I always thought that when I see the hood opening this way, that it's not going to be any access to the engine, and that is not true. Like this one, you can easily access every tiny little.
Yeah, actually, that is probably why it was like this originally, because this was designed as a race car. To make it easy to work on, they had the hood open this way.
Really nicely done. I'll tell you, I really don't know what is here. So, but I really love the fact that it's nice and clean, beautiful job.
Yeah, and this car, it is driven. It's not a show car. The owner of this car does drive it. It doesn't sit in the garage. He drives the car. So. Well,
that's the car is for. I don't understand when people just. I mean, yeah, you want to keep your toy hidden and safe, but what's the point to have a car and it's just sitting in a garage?
Yeah.
So I like the fact that people drive here. How safe it is to display it outside, that's another thing these days.
Yeah, you don't want to leave them sitting and walk too far away from it. That's
like
for
what,
sure.
like two steps or so?
No. It'd be pretty hard to start this car anyways, unless you know how to.
You know what, tell me why the seats of cars like this are so low?
For the headroom in this car, because the driver's compartment is so small and compact that you have to sit as low as you can. This car is like a go-kart, really.
I never really sat down before in a car that seats were that low, and I don't understand how comfortable that can be.
It's very comfortable, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, the seats are very well cushioned, and yeah, no, it's quite comfortable.
Can I try to sit there?
You could, but I don't know how you get in with that dress on.
I will get in.
I don't know.
But I may not get out, right? That's what you're trying to say?
You got heels on too. Yeah, you
aren't
going to fit in here.
But you promised that you let me sit in one of your cars and maybe drive if the rain stops.
Yeah, you could probably drive one of them. Probably the Mustang. That'd be the easiest for you to drive.
That'll be wonderful. I don't know, I think we're going to be done for this portion of the show because we're running out of time, but we have another half after the break, so we'll see you soon.
The MIA show is sponsored by the following people.
Well, we're back with Dwayne Kremyr, who is, did I say your name properly?
Yes.
Okay, because
not many people get that right.
Dwayne Kremyr. We never mentioned your website, is CAVGT.CA. It's been popping up on the screen anyway, but I forgot to mention it, where we can find Dwayne, if we can learn a little about what he does. And you probably have some images and pictures of what you do on your website.
CAV has pictures of the GT40s, and then it's also linked to my other website, KreMYRChassisWorks.com, where these other projects, there's pictures of them on there, various stages of the build during the building time.
So Dwayne is a car builder, is an artist. I was asking, this is art, what you put in, and also it requires talent. Without having talent to build and create, I don't think you would be able to be where you are right now.
No, I guess I'm lucky. I guess I was born with some kind of...
Did you inherit anything?
Yeah, I think so. My grandfather was a blacksmith from the early 1900s, 1903, and then he actually has patents that he designed in the mid-1930s at the patent office in Washington, D.C. So I guess I did inherit some
DNA is there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're standing in front of something that is getting ready to be something else. Of course, this is an early stage. Early stage of what?
A GT40. This is actually a CAV replica of a GT40 from the mid-1960s. There's actually a lot of history to these cars. It would take too long to explain.
I know. We don't have that much time for sure. I know that. I noticed the beautiful color. This is the color it's going to be?
Yeah, we painted this to see what the color would look like, to see if we wanted to go with it.
And what do you think?
It's a Lamborghini color. It's a Monterey blue. And it's going to be this color.
So this is the color. Yeah. And I can see that's probably showing different shade. It depends where you're looking at it. If you're on
it's a tricolor. So it's got 3 different colors in it.
You can see a burgundy in it?
Yes, in the light it has a bit of burgundy. It's a very cool color.
Wow, this is very interesting. And I'm coming from the side. So, okay, this is going to be 2-seat.
That's all they are. These actually were built as a race car. Ford built them in '64 to beat Ferrari, and they finally beat Ferrari in 1966.
Okay.
And Ferrari has never won in Le Mans since.
I realized that you told me that this car at one point is going to be that one.
Yes.
Exactly?
Well, very similar. Different color, different wheels.
Yeah, different color, I understand.
This actually has a bigger, more powerful engine as
How big is this engine?
This is a 427.
And that one?
363.
Okay, so this was stronger, right?
Yes.
Well,
faster.
So when you say faster, I have one question. Why do they build this speedometer? Speedometer,
yeah.
Like 150, 160 when we never can drive that speed.
Actually, this one has a 200-mile-an-hour speedometer.
Oh, even better. So this is the result. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah, this is actually my own car.
Yeah, you build it for yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
And we kind of built it to show what we are capable of doing here, and like we built most of the parts on this car. We didn't build the body and the monocoque chassis. That comes from South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa. But a lot of the car was built here.
This is a beautiful car, really nice. Tell me, how often do you drive, or how often do you dare to drive it?
Not very often.
Like end of the highway and back?
No. I think the longest, I've driven it into Vancouver.
Can we see interior?
Yeah.
I don't want to open it because I know opening a system is so different. Look at the bottom. No, there are seats. That is seat, or it's about, that's where your feet go?
No, that's a seat.
God. Oh, wow. This is amazing. So we have to take some close-up to this one because I really love this. I'm amazed with those seats. Where can you fit your feet?
Actually, your feet come way up to here. It's actually quite comfortable. It's like sitting in a lounge chair.
I want like to putting the body inside. It looks easier, but getting out.
Yeah, getting in's easy. Getting out's a little bit more difficult.
So you need some help.
No.
No.
I don't need help, not yet. Maybe in a few years I might need help, but I'm okay still.
That's great. So let's take some little close-ups. I want to see one more car you have there, which we're going to move close shortly. Well, I know that the orange car is your favorite one. It's the car of, well, you're proud about it, right? Is this something that it's original, what I'm touching from whatever, 40s?
Actually, it's a 39 Willys.
See, 1939.
This is probably one of the ultimate hot rods. That's one of the ultimate cars. This is probably one of the ultimate hot rods. 32 Fords and like Willys, 39 Willys, 40 Willys. Those are the ultimate hot rods.
And this is original what I'm touching from
Yeah,
1939.
This is all original
This is from
steel.
1939.
Yes.
How do people find these, or how do you find these?
Word of mouth. This car has been in the city most of its life, if not its whole life.
Well, I want to ask you, looking inside, and like touching it whole, like, and I can say, these cars are not built these days anymore. When you see a car like this, don't you wish that they could talk?
Oh yes.
They would give you a story, right?
Yeah.
39?
Yeah.
Over
These
70.
cars, they have so much history.
Yeah.
I have a 57 Thunderbird, my old race car that I still own, that I've owned since 1971. And that car has a lot of history as well. Yeah, the stories that go with these cars, I think every one of them in here has a story.
I think all of them, I would say.
Yes.
But all these things, building a new car, I know you didn't build this one, but building a new car starts somewhere.
Yeah.
In this garage.
Yeah.
I know we go the other way around, so the end of the show you're going to show me how you build it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So let's move there. And this is where everything starts. That's at least that's what I was told.
Yes, this is where we build the chassis for the cars before they actually turn into cars.
Before you build car, you have to build this.
Yes.
You have to build different, whatever this is, construction.
Yeah,
for
chassis,
each car.
we call it. Yeah.
Chassis.
Yeah.
So and each car has its own?
Yes, each car has a different design because it has to fit within the confines of the body. So yeah, so you have to design it and build it to suit each car that you're working on.
So it's not only building a car, you have to build what builds a car.
Yes.
You go completely from scratch.
Well, we make pretty much all the components. We make all the suspension components that we use. We do a lot of the machining here. And then I have other machine companies, CNC machining companies that we use too, but we try to do as much in-house as we can.
What is more fun to do, building this, the beginning of the car, or the actual car?
Actually, the best part is when you turn the key and you drive it for the first time.
And you know you're behind of it all, right?
Yes.
Are you going to let me drive one of your cars?
Yes, we'll let you drive one.
That's good. So let's move towards it. We go back, let's say you're 10 years now,
Yeah.
10 years old.
Oh, yeah.
What path would you be choosing? Do you think that you would be still doing what you're doing, or would it be something else?
No, I'd probably be doing this.
So you belong here. This is the purpose you were brought here.
I guess so.
Yeah. So if somebody would like to do what you do, what skills they should not be lacking?
Oh, gosh. Determination, for one.
Because there's not, like I said, not many of you, I know.
That might be a good thing.
Yeah, that is a very good thing. I know that it's a good thing, but I know there are a lot of people, kids in the age of 20, they want to do things what you do, and they're learning, they're getting there, rebuilding cars. Is there any hint that you would give them?
Oh, well, if it's a passion, just follow it and don't give up.
Anything can happen if you have passion for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never ever dreamt that I would be doing this when I was even my early 20s or late teens even, you know, but here I am in these cars.
Well, that was great tour. I mean, again, the website address is CAVGT.CA. It's easy to remember if I see it right on Dwayne's t-shirt. And that's the way how people can find you. You have one more task, Dwayne. And before I let you go, you need to sign my cup. Like every season represents one cup. This is a 5th cup. Take a very good look at the signatures, because your signature is going to be there as well.
So I'm signing this thing now. Where are you going? Are you going to get in the car?
Yeah, you promised me I can drive.
Okay, so what, I get the cup and you get the car?
Wasn't that a deal?
I don't think that's a very good deal at all. Come back! I want my car back! Well, that's sure not a very good deal. I think I just got ripped off.